Be me, 27-year-old process optimization specialist, obsessed with efficiency and time management. Life is a series of input and output variables. Every second wasted is lost capital. Wake up at 4:15 a.m. every single day. No alarm needed, because circadian rhythm is optimized. Drink exactly 500 milliliters of water with electrolyte mix. Conserve decision-making energy by wearing same outfit. 5 gray suits, 5 white shirts, black ties. Hired by mid-sized logistics firm to streamline operations. Company is bleeding money due to legacy culture. CEO gives me carte blanche to fix the workflow. Walk into the office on first day at 6 a.m. Observe the layout. It's a disaster of inefficiency and wasted motion. Desks are arranged in clusters to encourage collaboration. Collaboration is just a synonym for distraction. Spend first week just observing with a stopwatch. Don't speak to anyone. Just stand in corners clicking the stopwatch. Note down bathroom breaks. Note down coffee machine dwell time. Note down water cooler gossip sessions. Compile data into a 400-page manifesto of waste. Calculate that the office loses 200 man-hours a week to small talk. That is 5 full-time employees worth of productivity. Present findings to the CEO. He looks glossy-eyed but sees the potential savings. Tells me to implement Phase 1 immediately. Phase 1 is physical restructuring. Come in over the weekend with a moving crew. Separate all desks. Install high cubicle walls to block line of sight. Visual distractions are productivity killers. Remove all personal items from desks. Photos of dogs and children are irrelevant to logistics. Monday morning arrives. Employees walk in and look confused. Silence is golden. Send out company-wide email. New office layout designed to maximize individual focus. Personal items create cognitive load. Please keep desks bare. First complaint comes from Linda in accounting. She's 50, been there for 20 years. Asks where her plant is. Tell her plants require watering, which is non-billable time. Also, plants release pollen, which might affect air quality. She looks like she's going to cry. Tell her emotions are valid, but inefficient in this context. She walks away. Productivity creates friction. Week 2. Focus on the break room. The coffee machine is a bottleneck. It takes 45 seconds to brew a cup. People stand there waiting. Then they add sugar. Stir. Talk. Average time spent, 4 minutes per cup. Multiplied by 50 employees. Disaster. Replace the espresso machine with a high-volume dispenser. It dispenses lukewarm sludge instantly. Remove the chairs from the break room. Sitting encourages loitering. Standing encourages drinking and leaving. People start bringing their own thermoses. Issue a memo banning outside liquids. Security risk to company hardware. Also breaks uniformity of desk aesthetic. Morale is visibly dropping. I interpret this as adjustment period. They are detoxing from laziness. Start implementing the 2-minute rule. No conversation should last longer than 2 minutes. If it requires more time, send an email. Install sound monitors in the hallway. If decibel level rises, a light flashes red. Pavlovian training for office workers. Catch 2 interns laughing in the corridor. Walk up to them with a clipboard. Ask them to justify the ROI of that joke. They stare at me in horror. Explained that laughter breaks concentration flow states. It takes 23 minutes to refocus after an interruption. Their joke cost the company 46 minutes of work. Dock their pay for the time lost. They quit the next day. Good. Weak links eliminate themselves. Efficiency rating up by 2.4%. CEO is happy with the numbers on paper. He doesn't see the hollow eyes of his staff. Doesn't matter. Results are binary. Decide to optimize the bathroom situation. Notice people take phones into stalls. Average bathroom break is 12 minutes. Biologically unnecessary. Install signal jammers in the restrooms. No internet, no texting. Just biological function and exit. Average break time drops to 4 minutes. Massive success. Receive email from HR. Gary, from Human Resources, wants a meeting. Prepare a dossier on Gary's inefficiencies. He uses a standing desk but leans on a stool. Fraudulent posture. Walk into HR office. Gary looks concerned. Says there have been multiple complaints. People feel dehumanized. Ask him to define dehumanized in quantitative terms. Is output down? No. Is error rate up? Slightly, but within margin. He says it's about culture. Tell him culture is an abstract construct used to justify waste. We are here to ship logistics, not hold hands. He sighs and says I need to dial it back. Says the signal jammers might be illegal. Agree to remove jammers if we install timers on stall doors. He kicks me out of his office. Frustrated. Why do people resist optimization? Go home to my apartment. My girlfriend Sarah is there. She wants to talk about her day. Check my mental bandwidth. Low. Tell her to summarize her day in 3 bullet points. She looks annoyed. Says she just wants to vent. Explain that venting is circular reasoning. It solves nothing. Suggest she write her problems down and burn the paper. More efficient catharsis. She goes to the bedroom and slams the door. Door slamming damages hinges. Make a note to lubricate the hinges later. Next day at work. The walking speed initiative. Notice people walk slowly in corridors. Paint lanes on the floor, fast lane and slow lane. Set a minimum pace for the fast lane. If you walk slow in the fast lane, you get a strike. 3 strikes and you have to take a remedial agility course. I teach the course. It's just me yelling "move" for an hour. An older executive trips trying to keep up. Sprains his ankle. He blames me. I blame his lack of conditioning. He threatens to sue. Company settles out of court. CEO calls me in. Says the legal fees wiped out my efficiency savings. Tell him that's a short-term loss for long-term gain. We are building a fleet of corporate athletes. He rubs his temples, tells me to take a vacation. Vacation? That is idle time. Refuse the vacation. Offer to work remotely to audit the IT department. He agrees just to get me out of the building. Log into the system from home. Track keystrokes of the IT team. Notice they spend 40% of time on Reddit. Compile a list of usernames. Cross-reference with timestamps. Send a report to the CIO. CIO replies, "Who are you?" Explain I am the future of this company. He blocks my email address. Go back to the office the next week. Atmosphere is toxic. People stop talking when I enter. Perfect. Silence is efficient. Decide to tackle the lunch hour fallacy. Who needs an hour to eat? Digestion induces lethargy. Propose a new schedule. 4 15-minute nutrient breaks. Replace the cafeteria food with nutrient paste pouches. High protein, balanced macros. No chewing required. Chewing is mechanical work that tires the jaw. Present the paste to the staff. It's gray and smells like yeast. Tell them it saves 45 minutes of prep and eat time. Someone throws a pouch at me. It hits my shoulder. Waste of calories. Mark that employee for termination. Gary from HR stops the termination. Says I can't fire people for not eating paste. Absurd. The resistance is growing. My own efficiency is suffering due to their obstinacy. Decide to automate the management. Write a script that assigns tasks based on typing speed. If you type fast, you get more work. If you type slow, you get warnings. Deploy the script on the server. It works too well. The fastest workers are buried in tasks. The slowest workers have nothing to do. The fast workers burn out in 3 days. 2 of the best senior logistics managers quit. They walk out mid-shift. This causes a shipment delay of 4,000 units. Client cancels contract. Loss of $200,000. CEO storms into my office. My office is actually a standing desk in the server room. Minimizes rent costs. He is red in the face, screaming about the lost contract. Pull up a chart. Show him that typing speed aggregate is up 12%. He throws my laptop on the floor. Inefficient handling of electronics. You are fired, he says. Get out. Ask for a written notice for my records. He calls security. Security guards escort me out. They walk too slow. I urge them to pick up the pace. One of them pushes me out the door. Standing on the sidewalk with my box of gray suits. Check the time. 11:42 a.m. Unscheduled downtime. Need to pivot immediately. Go home. Sarah is packing a suitcase. Ask if she is optimizing her wardrobe. She says she is leaving me. Says living with me is like living with a robot. You time our hugs, she says. You weigh my dinner portions. You put a turnstile on the bathroom door. Explain that the turnstile was a joke. Mostly. She leaves. Now I am a single operational unit. Housing costs are now 100% my responsibility. Inefficient. Need to downsize. Sell the apartment. Move into a 200 square foot micro studio. It is a single room with a bed that folds into the wall. Perfect. Everything is within arm's reach. 0 commute time from bed to desk. Start applying for new jobs. Use an AI bot to auto-apply to 5,000 listings a day. Optimize my resume with keywords. Get interviews. First interview is with a tech startup. Interviewer is wearing a hoodie. He asks, "What is your biggest weakness?" Tell him, "I have 0 tolerance for latency." He laughs. I don't laugh. I ask him why the reception desk is empty. He says the receptionist is on break. I calculate the cost of a missed lead during that break. Tell him his company is leaking revenue. He ends the interview early. Says I'm too intense. Intensity is just focused energy. Second interview. Corporate consulting firm, they love my metrics. But they ask about the logistics company disaster. They heard about the nutrient paste. Try to explain the nutritional benefits. They look horrified. We value employee well-being, they say. Well-being is a byproduct of success, I argue. They don't call back. Savings are running low. Need to cut personal costs further. Switch to a polyphasic sleep schedule. Sleep 20 minutes every 4 hours. Gain 2 extra hours of wakefulness per day. Use this time to learn Python. Automate my grocery shopping. Script orders only beans and rice. Cheapest caloric density. Start losing weight. Hair starts thinning. Body is shedding non-essential mass. Good. Months pass, still unemployed. My reputation as the efficiency Nazi has spread. Recruiters hang up on me. Decide to become a freelance consultant. Start a YouTube channel. Optimization or death. Upload videos of me critiquing people in public. Film a barista making coffee. Look at the wasted wrist motion, I narrate. She took 3 steps to get the milk. Could have been 1. Video gets 12 views. 10 are dislikes. 1 comment says, "Get a life." Reply, "Life is just a biological process." Go to the park to film inefficient joggers. Run alongside them shouting tips. Lift your knees. Reduce drag. You are breathing wrong. Someone calls the police. Police arrive. Officer asks for ID. I produce it in 1.5 seconds. Record time. He tells me I'm harassing people. Explain I am providing free coaching. He gives me a warning. Tells me to leave the park. Walking home. See a construction crew working. 4 guys watching, 1 guy dig. My blood boils. Cannot help myself. Walk over to the foreman. If you stagger the shifts, you can have continuous digging. Foreman looks at me. He is a large man. Who are you? He asks. I am an expert, I say. He tells me to get lost. I refuse to leave until they acknowledge the inefficiency. He sprays me with a hose. Wet suit, heavy. Increases drag coefficient. Walk home dripping. Cold. Heating bill is too high. Keep apartment at 55 degrees. Sit in the dark to save electricity. Stare at the wall. Analyze the paint drying patterns. Realize my own existence is becoming a drain on resources. No income. Consuming food. Taking up space. Need to optimize myself. But how? Can't delete myself. That is a permanent solution to a temporary variable. Decided to become a gig economy optimizer. Sign up for DoorDash. Bicycle delivery. No gas costs. Pure muscle conversion. Map out every shortcut in the city. Ignore traffic laws. Traffic lights are suggestions for cars, not bikes. Deliver food in record times. Customers are amazed. Wow, that was fast, they say. Eat quickly, I reply. Maximize thermal retention. Rating is 5.0. Finally, metrics I can control. Get obsessed. Install a catheter so I don't have to stop to pee. Efficiency maxing. Ride for 16 hours a day. Legs become steel pistons. Make decent money. But no social life. No friends. Sarah blocked my number long ago. Parents stopped calling after I sent them an invoice for listening time. It's just me and the algorithm. One rainy night, rush hour, high demand, surge pricing. This is the golden hour. Pick up an order. Thai food, heavy bag. Route calculation says 12 minutes. I can do it in 9. Cut through an alley. Jump a curb. Ignore a stop sign at a blind intersection. Physics is the ultimate law. Mass times velocity. A delivery truck has more mass. I have more velocity. We intersect. Everything goes black. Instant shutdown. No shutdown sequence. Wake up in hospital. Beeping machines. Look at the drip. Count the drops. 1 drop every 2 seconds. Too slow. Nurse comes in. You're awake, she says. You broke both legs and 3 ribs. Ask her how long I've been out. 2 days. Panic. 2 days of 0 earnings. 2 days of muscle atrophy. Ask for my phone. Need to check my DoorDash stats. She says phone was crushed. Start hyperventilating. Heart monitor beeps faster. Calm down, she says. You need to rest. Rest is for the weak. Try to get out of bed. Legs don't work. Fall onto the floor. Drag myself toward the door. Must deliver. Nurse calls for help. Orderly comes in. Lifts me back into bed. Restrain me. Sedative, the doctor orders. Watch the nurse prepare the needle. Inject at a 45-degree angle for optimal dispersion. I mumble. She ignores me. Fade to black again. Wake up later. Parents are there. Mom is crying. Dad looks disappointed. Look at you, Dad says. You had a degree, you had a career. Now you're a roadkill delivery boy. Tell him delivery logistics is the backbone of the economy. He shakes his head. They leave. Spend weeks in rehab, physical therapy. Therapist tells me to do 10 reps. I do 20. Don't overexert, she says. Recovery has a curve, I say. I am accelerating it. Tear a ligament. Setback. 2 more weeks added to recovery. Inefficiency caused by hubris. Finally discharged. Can't ride a bike anymore. Limp is permanent. Can't walk fast. Can't stand for long periods. My body, my primary asset, is depreciated. Return to micro studio. Eviction notice on the door. Auto pay failed due to lack of funds. 24 hours to vacate. Pack my 1 bag. Gray suits are ruined. Wearing sweatpants. Not optimized. Go to the library. Use public computer. Check LinkedIn. See my old job at the logistics company. They hired a new operations manager. Linda, from accounting, was promoted. Read her post. We brought back the plants. We brought back the coffee machine. Productivity is at an all-time high because people are happy. Happiness is the ultimate efficiency hack. Stare at the screen. Does not compute. Happiness is a variable I never accounted for. Variable morale was weighted at 0 in my model. Fatal error. Close the browser. Library closing in 5 minutes. Walk out into the street. It's raining again. Limp to a bus stop. Sit on the bench. Bus is late. Schedule says 8:15. It is 8:22. Usually, I would be furious. I would draft a complaint to the City Transit Authority. I would calculate the cumulative loss of GDP due to this delay. But I am tired. My processor is overheating. A guy sits next to me, eating a sandwich. He drops a piece of lettuce. He picks it up and throws it in the trash. Takes him 10 seconds. I say nothing. Bus arrives. We get on. Driver is chatting with a passenger, wasting time. I sit in the back, look out the window. The city passes by. Chaos, traffic, lights, people walking at random speeds. It is a mess. It is inefficient. It is beautiful? No, it is just a mess. But I am no longer the janitor. I am just trash in the flow. Get off at the shelter. Check in. They give me a bed. It is a bunk bed. Top bunk. Climbing up takes effort. Lay down. Stare at the ceiling. 10 p.m. Lights out. Listen to the guy below me snoring. Rhythm is irregular. Sleep apnea. He stops breathing for 20 seconds, then gasps. I count the seconds. 1, 2, 3. I should wake him up. Optimize his oxygen intake. Decide against it. Close my eyes. Let the chaos happen. Sleep comes. Unoptimized. Unmeasured. Just sleep. Maybe tomorrow I will try to smile. Check the ROI on smiling. Data insufficient. Will run a /B test in morning. End of line.